said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we are about ready to start. He'll bring it out. It's Siegel. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Hawkeyes offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This crowd, full throat, sweating the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quick completion on the out. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The give to the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. team able to sling him to the ground. Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to pass. It's Morris. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Pulls and fires complete. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. They'll try to add another to their lead. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires it incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll give it to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Quick completion to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around him doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Makes the grab. It's Darnold. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Finds his back in the middle.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's Morris. Quickly complete. Turning it on! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Plucks it out of the air.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Grab near the marker. It's Sharp. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Handoff to the single back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, give on the inside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Rides the back on the option, the give. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here's a heat. Got his man quickly. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. So now it's second and long. Here we go. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This freshman behind center has certainly lived up to billing so far. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Creates a little space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally. Tackle.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to...
Touchdown, Wildcats! Fitted in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Got enough for the first. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. To the ground, he's got it again. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Darnold. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Darnold. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Complete in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Hawkeyes have moved it inside the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Ready. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it out. It's Martindale. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Got his man on the outside. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. The quick out. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept it.
It's picked off. Don't see them very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. He'll start this drive firing. On target. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 24 to Maryland. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Northwestern right back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find some.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Darnold. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. Where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
The Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over.
Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a
touchdown, Northwestern, and the stomping has commenced. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Looking to pass. It's Morris. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Darnold. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To the air, it's Morris. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, and the QB, tell you what, he does a good job of buying time, scrambling outside of the pocket to the left, but the defense holds true, understands their responsibilities. I can't just leave my guys deep. Good coverage, which leads to the overthrow.
With the catch, it's Sharp. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be.
There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Northwestern, 49, Iowa, 20.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Looking to scramble. Took care of it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the
It's picked off and another empty drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Got the quick pass. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver, making side adjustments here. They'll toss him to the outside on the left. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
To the air, it's Morris. He's got him. Touchdown, Northwestern. A great catch and run for 6.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Darnold. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Darnold. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to the ground. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
They had a nice and crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, you know, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Back to pass, it's Morris. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
By the receiver, taking down at the 49. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. go back to work with a first down in the final period. Direct snap. It's Martindale. Flushed out of the pocket. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Gonna look downfield again. Quick completion on the out route. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. And the Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for a man, it's Morris. Big fella moving. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This offense has converted twice on third down on this drive. A third time would put him in the end zone. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's straight. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To throw, it's Etienne. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Hawkeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. He said there would be days in games like this. Nothing seems to have gone right in the latest mishap. A touchdown taken away by the flag. 8th play of the drive coming up. Catch in the middle, it's Foster. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He splits the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with the field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with a fingernail.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need to. And so I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you got to be way more aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's got it wrapped up. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught in the backfield. It's Tompkins. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. They'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Quick strike complete. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. Can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
Pulls it in down the middle. Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party. The consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Using his legs to buy some time. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
He'll do it himself. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Etienne. Trying to barrel in. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Etienne. Gets it out fast. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear